Yes. Namaste, man. Welcome back to the channel. Gerald Peters here, author of this book. If you don't know, now you know. You don't have to die broke. I give that book away free. Just hit my bio. A lot of you guys know that. And probably what I'm most known for is this book called The Money Flow. And I'm an evangelist for this book. For both of them, really. I've made a lot of friends with these books, man. I feel like I've helped a lot of people. I've got a lot of testimonies from people who say I've helped them. If not, just change their mindset. When we get into this world of trading and investing, they kind of merge together, of living in a certain way to get our money right. That's what my books talk about. That's what they teach. And how do we merge all of this together of living? So what I'm going to do, man, I'm fixing to kick on my podcast. I'm trying to get a couple pieces of content out of both of these. Let's do that. I'm going to cue that up. Now I'm recording, man. Sorry. Yes. Hey, guys, welcome to The Money Flow. So we're here on YouTube and in the podcast talking about trading, talking about investing, talking about getting our money right, getting our mind right, and how do we bring all of that together in some sort of cohesive system that seems to make sense that we can live with, man. It's tough, man. You know, if you get too frugal, just being frugal for no reason, that ain't no fun, man, right? You're depriving yourself. We want to live a rich life, meaning we want to enjoy good things. We want to go to good restaurants. We want to drive nice cars and live in nice houses. I know I do. But that's not necessarily what drives me, but it is in the sense that I want my loved ones to enjoy those things, you know? You don't want your loved ones driving around in a, jacked up car, worried that your wife or your husband or your child's not going to make it home because the car ain't going to make it. Well, the only way to get to a spot like that is we have to take control of our money, right? And in my free ebook, that's what it's all about, man. It was my way of communicating with the world this idea of what I began to ultimately call the money flow. And I was going to try to talk today. If you don't know, I'm working on a course right now. I'm pre-selling it. It's getting started with stock charts, the money flow way. And it's this idea of using charts. And maybe you're good with charts, but I get a lot of chart questions. So I figured, well, probably need to create a little something that people can have and keep and do it from my perspective, my way, how I look at the money flow trading system, how I set up my charts, the indicators I have, the colors I have, the reason for the settings I have, because then that gives me a window and it gives me a tool. It could possibly lead to giving me an edge of how to get ahead in the stock market. And I'm just going to look from some of my scribbles here. And I wrote here, before embarking on a journey to understanding a trading strategy, it's important to have a general understanding of how and why it would even work. So if you're in a day trade, you're day trading, a lot of people tend to start with, right? So we have day trading, right? We have short-term trading like swing trading. I used to call myself a swing trader. I'm really not a swing trader. Then they have what I do a lot of, position trading. So I stay in the world of these last three. So there's day trading, there's swing trading, there's position trading, and then there's simply buy and hold, right? You could add, and then there's variations of buy and hold. There's position trading, quasi buy and hold. So some of these kind of merge together. Even though I position trade, I will do swing trades with various stocks, So if my conviction level's not low, but I'm getting a good technical setup on some charts, and maybe there's some good information behind the stock, some fundamental news, some things come together. You take a position, but you don't necessarily have a big conviction about it. Take your money and go. You had a successful trade, right? So that's trading. If you catch yourself looking back going, wow, that stock kept going, and that bothers you, that could be the universe talking to you that maybe, just maybe, you're not doing the right trading style, that maybe swing trading isn't your thing. Maybe you need to step back up and go a little further out in time, and that's what I call position trading. And so before embarking on a journey to understand trading and a trading strategy, it's important to have a general idea of why it would even work. Why do markets move? There are so many trading strategies now that it can be hard to choose. I spent an enormous amount of time testing different strategies and trading systems. I'm reading from my new course here. It's a video course. I've got a little bit of writing, whiteboard, then we go to the charts, and then more writing, and then a whiteboard, and then we go to the charts, and then some more writing, we go to a whiteboard, and we go to the charts. And what I'm going to try to share with you is how to look at stock charts. Pictures with the stock chart is the picture of the stock, right? A window into the soul of the company. We begin to see the movements, and we're looking for the pattern. And so this new course, I'm trying to get you to set up your charts, the indicators, and look at it the way I do, the money flow way. I spent an enormous amount of money. I lost probably $70,000 in 5 years of my life, jumping from idea to strategy, and people move around. And we all do. You're just going to go through this in life, I think. It's something. It's about being 27 to 35. Like you got to find your place. You got to find what it is you were called to do. And sometimes your commitment level isn't there. And the thing about being a trader is or an investor, let's just call it a trader for generic, is you have to be fucking disciplined, right? You have to be about it. And if you catch yourself not being about it, not doing it, not thinking about it, not looking at it, then it's not for you, man. You just buy some fucking index funds and go about your life. That is what most people should do. The calling to be a trader, the calling to try to make money or get alpha, to beat the stock market, to get ahead of the market is a holy calling. It's a calling from something outside of you. And the reality is that you have everything you need to be a successful trader. Now, I can't make you one, but I can help pull that shit out of you because it's already there. It was planted there by the universe. I have no doubt of that. I literally spent years poring over charts, reading market news, studying fundamentals, trying to figure it out. And then all of a sudden, it all came together. What I would later call the money flow. What I'm going to share with you, I never found in a single book or a single course. It's years of accumulated research and study. It has not been complicated. It's actually quite simple, and yet it will take you years to master. And so I always know when people come in, I run this group, these private traders called the Money Flow Trading Society. There is no fucking link for you to click. You have to follow the rabbit hole. If you can't make your way to where it is and how to get in, I don't want you in, okay? So follow the rabbit hole, click the link, get the free ebook, read the money flow, and all through your natural observation, if the universe is talking to you about being a trader, you will see what to do. It's not that hard. The money flow trading system is fractal. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. The money flow trading system. Driven by recursion. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. That is the very opening part of the money flow book. Actually, back up one. The very first sentence says, author's note, I want to say at the beginning of this book, I believe in buy and hold, investing. I believe in the power of dividends to compound and build massive wealth over time. I own many stocks that I have owned for years and years and years, some of them for over a decade. I simply accumulate shares, meaning I use the money flow to my advantage by accumulating, never selling. And I do that inside of an actual plan, and it's called a buy and hold account. And I encourage people to separate your trading from your buy and hold. Why? Because now we're kicking it up a level. We're getting more sophisticated. We're getting on point, on purpose, the way you're putting together an actual fucking plan that you're going to execute. By separating the account, you've opened up the door. So you want to open a fucking restaurant? You need a building, right? And you say, well, I don't have it. Well, then sell it out of your car, out of a cooler, and you go from the cooler to the cart to the food truck to the fucking restaurant to then having 10 restaurants. It's a process, a repeatable process. It's not complicated. You can go look, how did this guy open a restaurant? You can just copy the blueprint. But it's going to take what? Organization, fucking commitment. And that's what I hope people can get from me. I want to get you right there, man. We can just shortcut that shit. We could just commit. How about that? You could just shortcut your success by fucking committing. That's a possibility. You could decide, hey, I need to get out of debt because if I get out of debt, I'll have more fucking money that I can trade with. Allah makes you a better trader. In other words, getting control of your life. This is why I give away this book for free. Because if you come trade with me and you have this all fucked up, I know you're not going to stay around long. You're not going to be an asset to me. You're going to be an undisciplined fuck that comes in, does 90 days, and moves on, dude. I'm tired of those people. If that's you, fuck off, dude. Get away from me. Seriously. I am only looking for people looking for me. So if you want to shortcut your trading, your investing, dealing with debt, getting your fucking life in order, getting them, like doing all of that, you say, well, I'm good on my own. Good. Then let's just jump to the making money part. But if you got the life all out of whack, which is 90% of you, you act like you got your shit together and you don't. You're fucking worried and you know it. You know you're not there. You know you're not living up to your potential. You know you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You fucking know it. Fix it. That's what the money flow is about, man. That's what the trading society is about. To keep that in your ear, man. Maybe other people want to let you slip up on it. I don't. I want you to get fucking rich. How about that? How about committing to that? How about voting for you, committing to you? How about deciding to be successful? That's a plan. That's why I don't just say click here and join. Because most people, I don't want you to fucking join. You're still trying to get your shit together. What is the single most important trait of a successful trader? High intelligence? Nope. Not really. Not even though some basic level of performance is required. Good education? Not quite, since most successful traders didn't even go to college. Let's see. The traits of all winners have in common is a very high level of discipline. Discipline, meaning a strategy. You believe in it. You believe in it. You believe in it. Even when it ain't working. Even in the face of adversity. How about that? You don't get fucking worried. All right? Take it down. Shit, I've been through the 2003 dot-com crash, or was that 2001? Right? I went through that. I watched in 97. I wasn't really participating. I went through the 2008 crash. I went through the fucking COVID crash. What are you going to do next? Huh? What are you going to do? Bring it, baby. What are you going to do? Traded all of them. Balances went up. Not for a minute. For a minute, it went down. But guess what? I got skills. I can pick bottoms. I know how to do that. It's called stage one. And I've been teaching it for years now on Instagram and YouTube. Anybody, listen, when I first started teaching this, nobody gave a shit because nobody knows me. They don't care. And I'm like, hey, I could show you how to trade Starbucks and make money. And they're like, well, we don't know you, so therefore we don't flow with you. Therefore, we don't give a shit. And so I had to push my intent and say, listen, if I'm going to save some people, if I'm going to help them, if I'm going to show them my strategy, then guess what? I got to be able to reach those people. In order to reach those people, somehow I got to get their attention, right? And that's when I began to just fucking post on YouTube and Instagram and podcasts. And they say, why you're doing all these. I know, I got to get people's attention, man. What the fuck, dude? They're not going to come to me. Now, I'm not going to pay to go to you. There's people, well, we could buy advertising. Fuck that. I'm looking for people looking for me. I don't need to pay for advertising. Because when the right people find it, they go, hey, look at this. And it goes organic. That's what I was trying to do. Look for people. And you say, well, you could have more. I may not be called to help those more. See, I can trade. I can invest. I got no debt. I know how to manage my money, man. So I'm on track doing this, and I'm committed to it every fucking day. Every day the market's open, I'm there. Now, if you say, well, I got to work, I know. That doesn't mean you're not in tune with the market. You don't have to be looking at your fucking computer like a day trader. I just said there's day trading, there's swing trading, there's position trading, and there's buy and hold. If you're doing buy and hold, you don't need to watch the damn chart, but you do need to look at it every day. Why? Because daily you're going to get opportunities to buy what? Markets move down, and you can buy the bottom. So if you got a portfolio of 42 stocks, and you see one go down, good company, go sideways, set up right, all the little indicators that I show you inside of the new course that my first book and the new course, Getting Started with Stock Charts, the Money Flow Way, you're going to see clearly that stage one. You're going to have the discipline to do it. You're going to have the fucking money, because the first thing you did is get your buckets right. And if it's buy one share, then you buy one share. And you say, oh, well, that ain't worth it. Then good. Don't be fucking disciplined, quit, and go do something else. How about that? Go fucking do something else. Do your little 90-day fuck off and go do something else. And do that over and fucking over and fucking over and fucking over. And just keep being a loser all fucking day. People do that, man. And so about every 90 days, you get some new fucking idea you're excited about, and you stay on it. And then when it actually gets hard and you get into the fucking grind and it's not instant, then what? Oh, I need to find something else to do. I need to find something else to do. That's most people, man. And at a certain point, you're going to get a certain age where you're going to become fucking disgusted And you're going to look back and say, I wasted all this fucking time chasing bullshit when all this time it was simple. See, the process is simple, man. If you have my free ebook, You Don't Have to Die Broke, the money management system that I've used to become financially free is, well, quite simple. Very different from the get-rich-quick schemes that would fill my inbox each day. These schemes and secrets of promise seem exciting, so I have investigated many of them. Truth be told, I invested in many more than I care to mention, and it found that they never worked as advertised. A lot of times I get young people say, I don't feel like I'm called to do this grind, this being in the rat race, so to speak, this and it's like, hey, yeah, you do until you get some money, kid. Like, it sounds like you're just lazy. It sounds like you don't want to put in the work. And you say, no, I want to be doing something more important. And I was like, good. You think Gandhi wanted to sit in fucking jail? You think that's what he wanted to do? You think Martin Luther King wanted to get fucking shot? You don't think he had other ideas? In other words, you think Jesus wanted to get hung on a fucking cross? Right? You think George Washington wanted to give up everything to lead the fucking revolution? Do you think any of the people that you respect started off doing shit they wanted to do? Come on, man. Fuck out of here. 18, I don't want to do what the fuck you need to get your shit together is what you need to do, and get some fucking discipline and grind and go get that fucking money. That's what you need to do. You need to get rid of the fucking losers in your life that suck and drain from you. That's what you need to do. And if you're 50 right now and you had done that shit when you were 22, how fucking rich would you be right now? If you're 50 right now and listen to me when you're 18, 25, 30, 20 years of this money flow shit, where would you be? You'd probably have 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking $1 million. So I don't care what age you are. If you're 50, let's do it to 100. What are you waiting on? I'm 50 fucking one. Tomorrow I'm gonna get up and do this game right here. Money flow game on Tuesday when they open the market. I'll be there. I don't know where you'll be. You say, well, I'll be at work. Good. When you take a break, pull it up and look. You should already put in your orders. You can set limit orders and stops. Like, you get into it, man. You can begin to control your finances and pick what the fuck you're invested in and what you're buying and what you're driving and where you live and what you pay and where you spend your time. Like, all of that is your decision, man. And we play with different zeros, man. Best thing that can happen to you is you start building out a stock portfolio and the market goes into a downpull. I can't tell you how fucking sick, dude, I get. And it's because I've been doing it 20-something years, right? And a guy goes, he just comes in and starts trading with me. And guess what? The market moves in 4 fucking stages, even when you get in. So guess what? You might get in near the top. And there'll be some breakouts near the top. This confuses people. And then, boom, boom, we go down. And when the wind goes down, in my newsletter, the Peters Report, I talk about the wind. The wind is the S&P 500. If you got a bunch of tech stocks, it's the QQQ. If you're in oils, the XLE. This is the wind, man. When the fucking index does, your stocks are going to do. This is why when you see a downtrend and you get a breakout and you're like, thank God, one of my stocks is moving, often the wind just pulls it back down. Right? And so I might trade different in that environment. And that's what the money flow trading system is about, is getting you to see the big fucking picture. If you think it's about 2 moving averages crossing you by, then you're sorely fucking mistaken. That is not even the beginning. That's fucking children's shit. I can teach a child how to look at the chart. This is why the new course is, we got to get the charts over with. You look at them in 5 fucking seconds, you know where it's at. Stage 1, 2, 3, or 4. You should be buying, trimming, or selling, or looking to accumulate. It ain't that fucking hard. And so if we can get you past that, now what can we do? We can get into the good shit, man. How to get fucking rich. How to make money. Now, the same thing. This is the same thing when it comes to money at home and debt and the way you've lived your life and structured. If we get that shit fixed, boom, that's like learning the charts. Now we're what? We're one leg up. We're not wasting our time on the basics, man. We're not wasting our time on the basics. When you can clearly define day trading, position trading, swing trading, and buy and hold, and you understand what they mean when you say them. So when I say I position trade Uber, means when it sells off, I don't fucking sell it. I already planned this, right? Because I probably trimmed it up here. And now it's just drifting. Oh, now it rolls over, and now it's coming out. It's like, what are we doing? I already took gains. I'm going to let it come in. Why? Buy more? It's one of my core holdings. I'm rolling money forward, man. Portfolio management. How the fuck am I going to teach you portfolio management if we're still dealing with the green line? If we're still dealing with I'm in debt, if we're still dealing with I can't show up on time to be at the charts every fucking day, if we're still dealing with that, if you're still fucking distracted, If you're still hanging out with people who don't trade, hanging out with a bunch of fucking losers, how am I going to get you to the point of portfolio management, man? Like, how do we go from there to there? But a lot of people want to go from there to there, and you ain't done all the homework. You ain't laid the foundation. You ain't grind. You know, how do you get to give a speech on fucking Washington in front of the entire fucking country and there's 1 million people there? You just walk up and go, oh, I'm 19. I'd like to lead these people. Nobody gives a shit what you have to say. You haven't grind, man. The guy who's standing there paid a price, right? He's been laying that foundation. Same as you. That's how you're going to do it. And so it's going to take you 3 to 5 years to make you a skilled, what we could call a professional trader, that you can make money with money. Here's the problem. You ain't going to make it 5 years because of the fucking grind. That's what happens. I see it all the time, man. Traders come and go. I make more money. They join my group. We go back and forth. Oh, we caught the down cycle. They got 10 grand in there. And all they do is bitch all the way down. You fuck, man. You want it to go down because you're going to put more money in. You're going to manage your portfolio. You're going to cut some, raise cash. You're going to put money in. You're going to put on a short position probably. But here's what they do. They don't do that because they have a small amount of money, so they fucking manage it. And they don't manage it as if they had $1 million. They manage it differently. And guess what? They get all fucked up, and then they lose interest because it goes down. Guess what? Markets can go down for months and months and months. And your strategy, what if your strategy doesn't short? So here's what they go. They go, oh, wait, he's not shorting enough. I'm going to get on that. And guess what? Bam! 90 days, you're off to something different. Couldn't keep the strategy because it didn't immediately fucking work. I can't stay with it. I got to go do something else. I can't stay with it for 2 fucking years. Right? They can't do that, man. And so when it comes time to when it blooms and it blossoms and it smashes and it kills it and way outperforms, they're not there. I deal with this all the time. That's why I took down the fucking link. You can just click and join. Because fuck, I don't want most people in there. I'm looking for fucking killers. Disciplined. Disciplined. Not constantly questioning shit. I don't mean questioning in the sense they don't want to learn. I mean, well, why don't we? And they start I want to add this and this and this. And they get it all fucked up. Now we're not trading with each other. You're off doing some bullshit and not following the money flow. And so good. Go do that. Go the fuck away and do that. That's what I'd like you to do. Get the fuck away and go do that. Undisciplined. That's most people, man. And so you need to hear that, so that's not you. Committing to a simple process of over and over gets real hard in the face of adversity. And you'll hear me say this, you gotta have conviction. Whenever we get a big market sell-off, I turn my attention. You gotta have courage. It takes courage to be an investor. It takes courage and conviction and discipline to be a trader. You gotta be about it. It's not about markets going up. It's also about how markets go down. Called a stage 4 decline. It ain't nothing to worry about. And so I know when I get people that are worried, I'm dealing with babies. I'm dealing with amateurs. They're new at this, which is okay. It is what it is. But get about learning. Woo, it's hot out here. Why do markets move? Markets move based on fear and greed. They go up based on fear or greed. They come down based on fear. Somewhere in there, we're trying to find true value. And the market swings in a pendulum as we look for true value. That pendulum swing, it's called the money flow trading system, or the 4 stages of price movement, And when all this came together for me, I was playing blackjack. And it just hit me. Bam! The years and years of studying the books and the courses and all this shit and losing all this money, realizing, wow, all the times I lost money in Netflix, but then I go back and look and Netflix went from left to fucking right. And in the middle it did this. And somehow I lost money. How's that possible? How's it possible when a stock starts down here on your screen and goes up here on your screen, and that's a line? See, that's buy and hold. Guess what? That's why I say, author's note, I want to say at the beginning of this book, I believe in buy and hold. I believe in the power of dividends to compound, build massive wealth over time. Why? Because I've seen it. So whenever I start talking to someone and they don't believe in that, I don't know. We can't talk, bro. We got different fundamental beliefs. I can't help you till you decide that. See, a trading strategy or an investing plan, you need a trading plan. You need an investing plan. And so the reason I try to get people to separate if you're day trading, God forbid, but if you just have to do that shit, do it in a day trading account. And then have a swing trading account, right? Or a position trading account, and then have your buy and hold. And if you separate these three, you should separate them because they're different fucking businesses with different agendas and different things. So if I sell mattresses, it's different than running a restaurant, and yet at the end of the day, we're both trying to make money. So whether you day trade, swing trade, position trade, or invest, buy and hold, and you're trying to collect dividends, good. But buy and hold, you think it's as simple as you just buy and never fucking look at it? I guess. If you just want to buy an index, be lame, you could do that. Or you could keep an eye on the market, and when oil's on sale, buy more oil. And when oil gets overpriced, trim a little oil to add something new to your portfolio. Don't mean you're getting out of oil, just means you're taking some fucking gains to put it to work over here. And you play that game every day of your life until the day you fucking die, building this business of collecting dividends. Anybody can play in that game, right? And you just begin devoting some money to that. Now, you could supercharge it. You say, hey, I want to get like 20, 30 G's in this, build it up real fast and get to doing that. Now I want to get this trading thing going. And that's kind of the process how most people come about it. Now, if you're new and you say, hey, I don't have any of these, and all right, what do you find most interesting? Let's start there. Because if I can keep your attention long enough, if you don't find it fucking interesting, you're not going to stay with it. So buy and hold can be relatively boring. And you're young, so cool, let's get on that trading account, man. Or maybe you're young and you're like, dude, I love the concept of dividends and compound interest. I love it. I just want to get in it. I don't need the money right now. Good, let's get about that. Imagine if you got on that game early. When you're first making money, you're just throwing a little bit at it. You know you can't throw a lot because you got shit going on over here, but you're on it. Doesn't preclude you from reading and learning and studying, right? You got people out there 26 years old, don't understand the stock market. I mean, you're a fucking idiot, dude. If you're 26 years old and don't understand that. I have people all the time go, well, oh, you shouldn't talk like that. Dude, I'm trying to keep it real with you. Like, I want you to know, man. Like, I wouldn't want to live like that. Like, fix that shit. It's not acceptable. It's not cool to be 30 and don't understand the stock market. It's not. In this day and age, you should understand it. It's not cool to be 40 and go, I don't understand Bitcoin. Read it. What if you're wrong? What if it goes to $1 million fucking dollars? You're going to feel stupid just saying, I just didn't know. Okay. But if you want to know, that's inside of you, dude. That's the thing that calls me, man. And I'm not saying, listen, Bitcoin always brings up, controversy. I was against it. And if I was being honest, I was just being an asshole and not reading it. I'm listening to people like Buffett say it's rat poisoning, garbage. And I'm like, good, I don't need to study it. Truth is, I was being fucking lazy. And it cost me a lot of money. And I've done that. Even at my age, even at my experience, I have to catch myself. I have to remind myself, Gerald, you don't know everything. Shut the fuck up. Sometimes you need to listen, all right? And you'll see days I go quiet on Instagram or quiet on this. Why? Because I'm working on my set. I got to get my spinning back under control. I got to get my trading back. Sometimes I get to trading loose because I get a hot hand and feel like I can do anything, Hey, let's take an email from a follower. If you ever want to send me an email, say something mean, say something nice, I'll probably read them. He says, hey, Gerald, just want to reach out to you and let you know that I really enjoyed studying your book. He's talking about the money flow trading system right here. You can click the link. You don't need to ask how to get it. Just click the damn link. The endless chart examples make it super easy to grasp the key concepts intended to communicate as part of your strategy. Well-written email. Sometimes I get them and they're like, hey, bought book. It's like, all right, thanks for the 3 fucking words, dude. Right? So, let's see. Your strategy makes plenty of sense. I could easily spot where I've been going wrong in my own trading. I don't like that part. I don't like when people read my book and then come away with, oh, it's easy, this and that, because it's like an onion, and we're just, one of my members in the Money Flow Trading Society said inside our Discord group that the money flows like an onion, that the further you pull it back, it just seems like, oh, wait, there's another layer and another layer. It just goes deeper and deeper. And yeah, it takes like 3 to 5 years because there's so many parts to it, even though, yeah, a stage 2 breakout is easy to identify, but it's like, okay, but what about the stock and the sector, and where's the overall market, and what is it we're trying to accomplish? Is it buy and hold, position trade, swing trade, day trade? What is your time frame? You got to know yourself. You got to bring all that shit together, and that's going to take time. Then all of a sudden it came together, what I would later call the money flow. What I'm going to share with you, I never found in a single book or course. It's years of accumulation of research and study. It's not complicated. It's actually quite simple, and yet many will take, but it will take you a lifetime to master. I can't even read I'm handwriting. I'm still putting We're almost done. I've started taking pre-orders. Click the link, man. 40 bucks. Now, if you're already good on charts, don't worry about it, but you probably should buy it because you're my fucking friend. How about that? Huh? How about you know me, talk to me, text me, ask me fucking questions all the time, and I put out a new book or a new course? You should buy it because we're friends. If you had a damn restaurant, I would go to your restaurant. If you had a shoe store, I'd buy my fucking shoes at your house. It amazes me how many people will send me questions about their fucking, like, big life questions, and then I look and they've only bought one book, and it's like, hey, asshole, I have 2 others. And I'm being serious there, man. You got friends that own a body shop. Why would you take it somewhere else? Right? This is about people helping people. All of the money that you want is in the pockets, wallets, and checkbooks of other people. Dude, I have friends that I have helped make hundreds of thousands of dollars, change their life. Will tell you, yes, I read this book, I did that, my shit started changing. Guess what happens? After a minute, they forget you showed them, they start to feel like they came up with it or something. That's what happens. See, when you give someone a stock pick and it works, it really wasn't you, it was them, because they bought it. And when it goes down, it was you, because they wouldn't have bought it if you didn't tell them to. That's how it happens. So some of you are my friend, I got a new course and you didn't order it. I guess your $40 fucking is that important. And I had a guy one day say, man, why would you say that? Because that's how I think, man. What kind of friendship are we going to have if I'm not truthful with you? We claim to be friends, man. I got to beg you to buy my shit? Like, you should do it because we're friends. Like, everyone that follows me and gets, like, if you wrote a book and we're friends and it was a fiction book about fucking cowboys, I would buy it if I knew you. If we talked all the time, if I watched you all the time, if you were in my fucking life, I would buy your book. And you say, what do you mean? Well, I buy all of Grant Cardone's books. There's about 30 fucking people, no matter what they do, I buy it. If Jim Rohn were alive and wrote a book, I would buy it. If Dave Ramsey puts out something, I listen to it. Why? Because I give a shit about what they're doing, and they've heavily influenced my life. I used to have a guy named Joe Schroeder. I used to buy all of his stuff. I've spent thousands of dollars with that guy. Guess what? He helped make me the man I am today, man. It was from his ideas and his teachings that springboard. He was my bridge from average and common, blue collar to fucking multi-millionaire. He's the one that put in there the idea of selling things. He pushed so much shit into me, never met the guy. But anything he produced, wrote, or made, I bought it, period. Because we're friends. Keep that in mind, man. That's one way you flow with people. Because people recognize that and they see that. You don't think I come up with good stock picks? You think you're not going to get $40 fucking worth from me? Come on, man. Fuck, of course you are. Fuck out of here, man. This is what you see, people, they get locked in their own little world, man. You also discover there's more than one way to apply the money flow trading stock market system and strategy. It's all about your time frame. Let's start with the basic fundamental belief from the money flow trading system that stocks go up 71% of the time. Remember, I talked about that. So this is from the new course, Stock Charts, the Money Flow Way. Getting started with Stock Charts, the Money Flow Way. I'm going to drop some bombs on them. If these guys are new to charts, they're going to come away like, oh shit, dude. Mind blown. That dude just gave me the whole fucking package. So I appreciate all you guys that pre-ordered it. I know your name. I see them. I have the list. I love you. And it's a lot shorter than my friend list. So I guess I got to clean up my friend list. You guys think I'm kidding on that? Nope, not one little bit. How about that? What's that going to cost them? They're going to be like, hey, Gerald, what do you think of this stock? And I'm going to be like, hey, Gary, you didn't buy my course. Fuck off. Woo, that cost you more than 40. I might have just saved you. I might have helped you out on that stock. See, now, would I do that? Probably not. I'm a cool dude. Unlike I'm probably going to answer the question anyway. I'm trying to be facetious, but I'm also trying to make a point, man. That's how this thing works. That's how this works. I got guys that have made $100,000 trading with me. Profit. Ain't pre-ordered it. Ain't pre-ordered it. I know who you are, too. So keep that in mind. You ain't got to apologize. Just go fucking get it. Simple as that. Click the fucking link. A stock can only do one of three things. Go up, go sideways, go down, consolidate. Or no, go up, go down in price, or consolidate and move sideways. The game is rigged. So that's kind of the opening from the new course. Discipline. That's all we got on this. I don't want to go too long here, man. I appreciate you guys listening. We're going to go away. Don't forget about the 3 M's. You need to keep this in your mind. And this is what the Money Flow Trading Society is all about, to stay focused on the 3 M's, to have me in your ear telling you over and over and over, it's about mind, method, and money. If we get your mind right, and that also includes maturing as a trader, it also includes the shit you're putting in your mind, also includes the positivity you need to have, the 10 pillars of success, right? The kind of shit you should be reading, right? We got the method right here, money flow trading. That's the technical stuff. That's the charting stuff. That's using stock charts, right? It's using stock charts. So that's method. And we got money. Money what? From the free ebook. We got to get our money right, right? We got to get our debt paid down. We got to get money into a trading account. We got to get a system going for our buy and hold. Start with the Dogs of the Dow, chapter 10 of the free ebook. Chapter 10 of the free ebook, Dogs of the Dow. That's a great strategy to start with. It could be simple as index funds. Shit, it could be an M1 Finance account where you just pick some stocks. Shit, go buy all of mine on M1 Finance. Fucking click put 2% to each, or however many there are, divide them by that, and put money in it, and just stay with me in the money flow. And as they come into a stage 1, fucking buy them, man. Add to it, and you just keep adding money to your M1 account, and you don't have to spend it immediately. Just have it sit there, and when one of them set up, buy a little more Coke, and when this one's set, it's not fucking complicated, man. That's getting the buy and hold. So mind, method, money, baby. Hey, look forward to talking to you soon.